This conference will now be recorded.
Hello team, can anyone confirm? All right. So is there anyone new here? Is there anyone new that joined only today? No, so everyone is already there, right? All right. So let me continue from yesterday's session. Okay. See, I'm so now you know right how to. We discussed about how to log into portal in yesterday's class. So we'll see today's class like so once you log into portal, so we'll try to create go to the resource and try to create then account. Okay, so we'll start working with the storage account initially. All right, then move on to the next resource. So portal.azure.com is the site. All right. So see, if you are already have an account, you can directly sign into your account. So I just gave my credentials to sign into the Azure portal. All right. See, we just had a glance on what is subscription, right? All right. So if you go into, so I'll just explain what you have in subscription. Okay. So let's go with the subscription first. All right. So this subscription means generally I told you right yesterday. So this is just like a plans. So if you want to take any plan, all right. So like just like Airtel. So what plan you want to choose? So depends on your usage, or if you are making more ISD calls, then you go for other plan. And so likewise, you'll have, if you are using more internet connection, then you might have some other plan. Or if you want to use more Airtel connections and all, then you have a separate plan. So likewise, your different plans are there for different. So here also Azure has got its different subscriptions for your projects. Okay, there won't be one subscription. Okay, only thing there we call it as plan, here we call it as, in Azure we call it as subscriptions. Understood? So subscriptions, you'll have different subscriptions. So based on your requirement, you need to choose the subscription from Azure. Okay, as I told you right. So if you choose pay as you go, you will find a lot of different plans or for your organization. So what you need to select for your project, that subscription. So you're working as a developer, or if you are playing an admin. So depends what kind of subscription you want to take, the difference. Okay, so we ourselves, like as a practice, you just want to explore more on Azure resources, or if you want to more explore on cloud and all, then you can take a free trial, so which actually is valid for only 30 days, but the resources will be there for almost 1 month and all right. So as I told you yesterday. All right. So here you can see, if I see, this is the free trial. So if you click on that free trial, you can see the information. So on the left hand side, you can see, right? So you have, we call these as blades. Okay. So first we have overview. So inside overview, so if you want to delete this account, or again you want to reactivate, so currently it is showing as disabled. See, your free credit has expired. That means I have already used the 30 days. Okay, so it will also show you the subscription ID. Every subscription will have a subscription ID. This is the subscription ID. All right, and the directory. So whose account it is, and the role, what exactly the role has given, and you can see the subscription name and current billing. So it was actually it was there till 4. Okay, so this month till 4 it was there, recently expired. Okay, so the status is showing as disabled and all, right? So if your account is active, it will show as active, and it will also show the activation, and it will show how many days it is active and all also will come here. All right. And if you want to upgrade, for example, if I click on upgrade, so what happens? You can see, check on the subscription. So automatically you can see what happens after I upgrade. You get 12 months of popular services for free, plus more than 40 products that are always free. All right, you can see. So you have to give the information needed. Okay, and directly it is asking to upgrade. Okay, so but okay, so I don't want to do anything here. All right, let me go back. And here this is for the upgrade, and if you want to change directory or okay, transfer billing ownership, if you want to transfer your billing ownership to someone else, you can do from here. All right, so here you can see last billed amount. So this is just like a dashboard. Overview means, right, it is just like a dashboard. So last billed amount, invoices over time means, so like this month how much you got, and next month how much you, previous months how much you got, all those information will be available invoice over time means. All right, and also you can see, so spending rate and forecast, like how much I spend for last 1 month, did I use or did I anything cost for my resource, which resource is actually costing more. All right, so you can see all those things. Okay, if you are typically creating some Linux and also how much it is charging and all. Okay, so in bar chat also he is showing you like storage accounts, I created 2 storage accounts here. Okay, and 1 virtual machine I created, 1 disk I created. Okay, he is showing us. So this is how the dashboard will look, and based on that you can also see, you'll also know how much you are using for what purpose and all. All right, so activity log there, so these blades, like a lot of blades are there. So we'll discuss like in every resource you will have the blades. So activity blade will have all the information of means tracked. So when actually you logged into, okay, and how many times you logged. So if you want to look at the time span, or if you want to set the time span also, you can set here. So last 6 hours detail it will give. But if you want to make it more optional, you can click on custom based, or you can click on last month. So it will give the time span for the last month, what are the activities you have done. Okay, so did you add any new subscription. Okay, so those things will be available in the activity log. All right, so you can also, once the activity log contains the information, you can also download that. Okay, you can also see the insights, okay, of it. So you have access control, so this is for permission. Okay, so generally if you want to give access, so what accesses you have as a user, what all the access you have, you can check. View my access, role assignments, role. Okay, these all things we'll discuss in our storage account cases. This is just to show you how this subscription will be there, what kind of subscription and all will be there. Okay, so this tag diagnosis will discuss. All right, so you can see, so mainly here in the subscription, main thing what is that you're going to see is billing. Okay, the purpose you see go here is the billing. Okay, so cost alerts, so if you want to give some alerts, so when it reaches $100, just give me the alert, so automatically it will give you an alert. So if you click on that alerts, so you can set what alert you want to add. Okay, so add budget or add another, so these things and all you can make it, but generally you will not have permissions to go and do all these things. Okay,
Sir,
so
can I
invoices.
ask one question?
Yeah,
Suppose my subscription has expired, then what? How can I do that? Do you have anything like because if you go for pay as you go, right? So we don't know how much it will come bill, right? Because it's danger, right?
your question is like if the subscription has been completed, and then what
Expired.
is the procedure, right?
Yeah. Question is
That is what your question is.
so it will charge like any, yeah.
No, even though if you use or if you don't use it, will it charge or not? That is what you're asking.
I'm asking that already my subscription has expired. Can you hear me?
No, your voice is very low actually,
Hello?
so that is the reason. So what I
Can you hear me
understood
now?
from your question
Now
is
it is
that
fine.
can you come again? Yeah, it's
No,
okay
actually
now.
my
Yeah, yeah.
subscription has expired, right?
All right.
So what happens? Suppose again I will go for the credit card, right? So you
Yeah,
can pay as you go, right?
yeah, right.
So what happens if you move the resource we are using, so it will more charge, right?
Mm. So see, it
So
depends again, subscription
are you providing any sub? Hmm?
for you. No, no, from our see for from our institute, you're asking, are we providing any subscriptions from our end?
Yes.
No, no, from our institute, we are not providing any subscription. See, that would be it will be costlier, right? So I in yesterday's
Yeah,
class, I
that's
think
right.
you are not there. Yeah, yeah, I was explaining you. So generally, as you have to go with the free subscription. So generally, so if you want to sign up, right, you should have a credit card to sign up. All right. So yesterday's class has
No,
been
free.
recorded. You
That
can
one
just,
has expired. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
okay.
My,
Yeah, go ahead, Gnan.
what
So
happens now? Already, I have taken my subscription has expired.
okay. So now you want to renew it. So that is what, right?
So I
So
have to go.
here you have to upgrade
Yeah,
it. So if you want
pay
to
as you
upgrade,
go.
or
It
if
is
you,
danger, right? Pay.
yes, yes, pay as you go.
So it is costly, right? So it will, if any resource is by chance I am not using, also that suddenly that it is active, so it will charge more, right?
Yes,
If it is any limit
definitely.
is there,
See,
so
yeah, 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 definitely. See, if your subscription is there and it is active, definitely, if you are using these services or not, minimum charges will be applied. Okay. So because you see, for example, here, see, if I go home, see, my account is actually, it is showing expired, but still if it is active, but still I kept my files here. So you have created a storage account and you kept some files which are available, right? So inside your this storage account, you might have kept some files. So definitely they will charge for that. Okay, even though you are not using anything in Azure, definitely they will charge you. Okay. Similarly, you might
but
have
it is not
created
good, right, sir?
that, see, it's Microsoft product, right? So they are actually doing that. Okay. So we can't, so you
Correct,
have to
correct.
send this yeah, okay. So that, see, even though, see, as a free account also, previously what Microsoft used to do is they would not have this. See, for example, my account has been expired recently. Okay. So but still it will, even though the account has been expired, there would have the current cost would go like anything, because the storage and everything was not disabled, or if the VM has not been stopped. So continuously amount we used to go in, and again it used to come like dollar 3,000, $4,000 it used to come. Okay. Then I asked my students to send an email to Microsoft that I am a student, just I was actually trying a free trial account, so I actually was not aware. Then they
Hmm.
used to come back and remove the amount and all. That used to happen in the beginning. Okay. Then immediately what the Microsoft has done is, so whenever your expired account get expired, it is automatic disabling everything, so that no charges will apply. Got it?
Okay, okay,
Okay.
got it.
But if you are into pay as you go, then you should definitely send an email that I don't want to use, or you have to stop your services. So you have to disable. So there will be all the options available. Even so, if you go into subscription, okay. So you want to upgrade, or you want to discontinue, okay, disable, deactivate. See, options will, you want to delete this subscription. So options will be available for it. Okay. So based on that, you need to go. All right. And so payment methods again, if you want to, or else, so lot all the options, everything, like you can see it here. And you can see Azure itself has got a lot of documentation, okay, for anything you want to go with. So you can get the information very easily also as well. Okay. Right. So if I click on payment methods immediately, so add payment method or how you want to go. So what is your card? So here you can see, right? So you can, then if you want to remove this card and you want to keep a new card also, you can do all this changes from here as well. Okay, right? So that makes sense, Agnan?
Sir, got it, sir.
Oh,
Got it,
all right,
got it.
fine. So these are the things that generally, but it depends on organization and client. Okay, so these details, so we it will not be on our end actually. So if you are working from some organization, okay, so they according to the document and all, so the instruction should be followed, or what plan or what substitution you need to take and all will be taken care by the higher end people like administrators. If you are a really well experienced and all, then they will say, okay, you just go with the subscription. So everything will be given, okay, the instructions and all. So here you can see, if you go into invoices and all, you can also edit invoice details. So options are there for everything. You have options. All right. So external services you have. So marketplace invoice. You can just, if you get time, just go into the subscription, and you can just, as you said, right, you have already the account active. Okay. So right. So you can just go into and you can easily check. Okay. So this is about just a simple thing for subscription, but you may not do anything here. Okay. So the next thing, say, as I told you, like we just go with the storage account today, right? All right. So let's go with the storage account. Okay. So here you can see. So this is the one of the resource in Azure. Okay, storage account. So the storage account itself says that you can store the organization files into this storage account. All right. So whatever you think is important, or if you think any files, actually, it's not about only related to these files you need to save. So any files you can save it. Okay. So for that, we should have a account, storage account should to be created. All right. So here I already have two accounts which already created by me. All right. And see, whenever you select, so I'll just click on create. I'll go inside and I'll show you. So click on create. So when you click on create a storage account, you can find the menu like basics, advanced, networking, data protection, encryption, tax review. Okay, we'll discuss all these things. So go with the basics currently. Okay, you can see. So Azure Storage is Microsoft managed service providing cloud storage highly available. So Azure actually provides a lot of documentation for you. So if you want to get more information, so later if you want to look into this, how, what is exactly the how the storage account works and all, you can click on more information, and you can check it out, the document. Okay, so he will show you with the screenshot, and if you want to work with PowerShell scripting and also, you can go with that and do it. All right. So you can, this is lot of documentation available for Azure. All right. So here you can see. So you need to give the project details. All right. So our subscription is a free trial. It is showing you. If you have any other subscription, you can select. So resource group. So if you have already created the resource group, okay, or else if you do not have a resource group, if you want to create any resource group, just click on create new and give the name of the resource group. So automatically that's get created here. So already I have a resource group created. So RG Ashish I have created. Okay, so I can use this. All right. So here next you have the instance details. All right. So the instant details means like what are the storage account name details. So which region you want to select. All right. So other things and all. So here you can see storage account name. Okay. So we need to give some name here. So what name? So related to your organization or your project. So you can give that name. Okay. So I'm just giving storage. Okay. st underscore something like Akash. I'm giving R123 something. Okay. So one more thing you need to remember is here. So you need to maintain all lowercase only. So it is not C. The field can contain only lowercase letters and numbers. All right. So name must be between 3 to 24 characters. All right. Okay. So let's see if there is something with this new. Okay, so I have something like storage Akash, or I have given, and the region I have selected is here is East US. So by default, like Azure is giving East US, because this is the one of the I can say the amount will be very less when you choose this. For the free trial, definitely if you go with using East US, it will cost you lesser when compared to other regions. All right. So that is the reason for our classes and all, we need to select the East US region. Okay. Even you also, like if you want to really practice something and all, so go with the East region only. Okay. Right. But you can, there are many other regions available here. If you click on that, you can see. So US Central, then US South, then you have your like Asia Pacific. Okay, so you can see a lot of regions are there. Okay, so but okay, so as I told you, let's select the East US, and here you can see the performance, and here there is a round icon, right? And you can see an exclamation like kind of thing. So if you just take the mouse and keep there, you can see it will give you some description about it. And if you want to read more, then he also is giving you more detail, like learn more. If you click on that, you'll get a lot of documentation on the same. Okay, so determine whether you want to have premium performance for block blobs, file shares, or page blobs in your storage account. So we'll discuss more on these blobs, all right, in the coming classes. Okay, so performance, like how? So here you can see standard and premium. So what is the difference between a standard and premium here? So standard means like if you are moving your files from local to Azure. Okay, so then, so the files are very less. When you think your project files are very less, and you very rarely you move the files, in that case you can choose for standard. Okay, so when you choose who go for premium, so you think if it is a banking project and daily you need to store a lot of files in your storage account. Okay, and you think the performance should be more, because when you load the files, it should load very fast, and when you retrieve the files, it should retrieve very fast. In that case, definitely you go for premium. Okay, so in premium account type, again it will ask you. So again you'll have page blob, file shares, and okay, block blobs. All right, so this is, if you select blob blobs, it is just best for high transaction rates and or low storage latency. And file shares, best for enterprise or high performance application that need to scale up. Okay, so page blobs is best for random read and write operations. So whatever, so but this will be given by your document only. Okay, you'll have solution requirement document, SRC, you will have SRD, I can say, solution requirement document. So different companies call in different names. Okay, so requirement document, or okay, so different names, user requirement document, those things will be given to you. So based on the document and all, you follow to select standard or premium, or if you select premium, again what in premium, which blob or file you need to select, those things will be given in the solution design document. Or okay, so next, is it clear everyone, team? Any questions here? Okay, no questions, then it's fine. So if you people have not joined in WhatsApp group, please join that group so that you'll get the updates and you'll get the recordings. Okay, right, team. Okay, so moving on. So you can see redundancy. So redundancy means again what? Okay, so we have different types here again. All right. So if you just click on, so data in your Azure storage account is always replicated to ensure durability and high availability. All right. So choose a replication strategy here. So that means I'll show you here. See, if you click on the drop down, you can see there are LRS, GRS, ZRS, and ZRS. ZZRS, you can say alerts. Okay. So if you want to see generally what, I'll just give you an example, like, okay, you have a company and uh, you want to maintain a backup. Okay, or else you want to just choose uh, only locally, you want to have the cloud available for you. Okay, then you can simply go for this local redundant storage. Okay, so that means, so your data center, you are selecting only one data center locally in your area. So whatever the data center is have, you can choose that with locally redundant storage. Okay, so saying lowest cost, because if you select this LRS, so the cost will be, compared to others, the cost will be lower. Okay, and here the protection also will be the basic protection pack you will get. Okay, so if you think your application, your company project is a critical project, then you have to go choose for another uh, a storage here. Okay, so if you think you do not get a lot of things, or if you do not have, don't need to worry about the data or something, then you can just choose this simple local redundant storage. Understood here? So what is local redundant storage? Okay, so and then you have geo redundant storage. So what exactly this geo redundant storage is? So you can choose like intermediate option, you can see. So that means failover capabilities in secondary region. Okay, so that means, see, suddenly your data got lost. Okay, or someone has deleted your data and you need a backup of your data, then immediately the backup will be available for you. All right, and you can select two regions here. So if you are selecting, so geo redundant, so you will have the primary and secondary options for you. All right, so primary and secondary. So that means, if the primary would be selected by you, which location you which area you are want to choose the data center. Okay, and the secondary will be chosen by the Microsoft Azure. By default, the Microsoft will select which is the nearest location data center for your location. So he will select that and he will keep it by default. That is what he will choose in geo redundant storage, GRS. So if you think you need some backup available for you, okay, so then you can go for these. Are if you think if there is the failure for your some data center happen, some failure what happens. Okay, so then your data is available in another secondary region as well. Okay, immediately. So there without any impact, yeah, everything will be on. All right, got it? The difference between the LRS and GRS. And we have another one which is zone redundant. Okay, so this is also again intermediate option. So this also has the protection against data center. Okay, so here, so you will go for high availability scenarios. Okay, so generally, so by, see, for example, like you have some earthquake or the data center itself got failure. Okay, so in that case, so it's you definitely have in other data center backup will be available. Okay, so GRS, if you are choosing, more protection will be there, and it is recommended for high. So like main, if you think you need to have more backup or something, if something happens like any earthquake or something happens, immediately you backup will have. That means you are selecting not only primary and secondary, you also have the backup in other region as well. Okay, so that is what this ZRS means. Okay, and ZRS and ZRS is a combination of zero redundant storage. So this is having optimal data protection solutions that includes offerings both. Okay, so you can think that is your project is, or your data or everything, applications or everything is more critical. Okay, in that case, you can choose this. All right. So these are the differences you have for GRS, LRS, GRS, ZRS, and ZRS. Understood, team? Very important. So in interview also they'll ask what the storage, which storage your organization is based on, like it's following LRS or GRS. So they might ask you. All right. So make a note. I'll be in between. I'll just tell you what questions will be asked in interview, what is important. So I'll be focusing on that. So you should make a note. Alright. So is it clear? This part till here, everyone? Okay. So moving on to the advanced. Okay. So here, so by default, this is based on security. You can see. So definitely, what kind of securities you want to go with? Okay. So here see by default is giving certain options have been disabled by default due to the combination of storage account, performance redundancy and region. So whatever we select based on that, so the options will be selected here. But if you want to select any other option also, you can also click on and select it. Okay. So this requires secure transfer for REST API operations. Okay. So if someone wants to use your API or something, then definitely, so any transfers or anything, definitely they'll, if you click on this checkbox, so definitely it will ask for the authentication and all. Okay. And allow enabling public access on containers. That means, so if you check mark this, so you are allowing the public to access. All right. So container, I'll tell you about the definitions and all. So it will, this part will come to it in the next one. Okay. So enable storage account key access. So that means, so here key access means, that means whenever someone wants to log in into your storage account, so they should have to give the key access. Okay. So with, when they give that key only, they can able to log into the storage account. Understood? So this is all based on storage account only. So if they want to, so you want to restrict something, you can just check box something. So default Azure Active Directory authentication in Azure portal. Okay. So if you want to check, so this is also one other security. So if you want to activate this, so this is also will get activated. Okay. So that means by default automatically goes to Active Directory, and there it will take ask for the authorization and all. Okay. So minimum TLS versions. So generally, if you are having older version, or so the current version is 1.2. Okay. So why we have these TLS versions means, so vulnerabilities I can say. So if you versions one might is not, do not have the vulnerabilities resolved. So version 1.2 might have got the solution for that. Okay. So you can, that is the reason you'll have this version TLS versions. Okay, you can see here also. So TLS version needed by applications using the storage accounts. So if you are using, definitely you should have a version. So you see here, click on more. So if you click on more, you'll also get more information on that. Okay. So here you can see the document. If you need more information on the TLS also, you will get more information on that. All right. Okay. So here it has given. Okay, this is transport layer security and all. You want, you go for it. All right. So permitted scope for copy operations. All right. So from any storage account. So from storage account into same Azure AD tenant. Some storage account that have private endpoints to the same virtual network. Okay. So how you want to permit? So the copy operations. You know, right? Copy operations means if you are copying the storage account from one account to another account. Okay, to from any other storage, if you are copying to any other storage account, or else storage account in same Azure AD tenant. So okay, we'll have tenant ID, I'll tell you later. Okay, those things. Or some private endpoint. So you can choose what you want to choose, you can choose it here. Okay, so this way. And then we have data lake storage. And okay, so it's a namespace. So for big data analytics workloads, so if you want to enable this, so you can enable this, but generally we do not enable here. Okay. And then blob storage. So you have, so this is by default it is disabled. Okay, so you should have must be enabled. So for this there is a dependency again, SFTP should be enabled. So for this NFS v3 hierarchical namespace, so this should be enabled here. Okay, so allow cross tenant replication. All right, so there is an option, so this is allowed. So access states, so in access states it is showing hot and cool. So previously we have hot, cool and archive all as well. Okay, but now recently I think the Microsoft has been removed the archive, so we have hot and cool only. I'll explain you what is this access tiers. All right, so cool means so infrequently access data and backup scenarios. That means your company is access don't want to access regularly, okay, your data. So and you don't want to back up your data regularly. So generally companies what they do, okay, regularly they want to back up the data and their files, and they want to get the data, extract the data, retrieve and do some analysis and again. So these kind of things if you are doing very infrequently, then you can choose cool. Okay, so that means see if you select cool or hot, cool again if you select definitely the cost will be lesser. Okay, and if you choose hot, then so frequently accessed data and day-to-day usage scenarios. That means definitely you will be accessing your data regularly and you are backing up your data regularly. Okay, so you are fetching and doing some analysis and you are doing a lot of things. Okay, so that is the reason you have to go for this hot scenarios. If it is a hi team, can you hear me? Can anyone confirm? So suddenly I got disconnected. Okay, but are you able to hear me now? All right, okay. All right, okay. So I got confirmation from someone. So hope you can see my screen as well, right? Yeah. So we are here, right? So advanced we have security, and we discussed about all these things, right? So we are here at access tier. So discussing about the cool and hot. So now you know. So what purpose we go for cool and which company select hot? Is it clear, everyone? Any questions here, team? Okay. So if everyone is clear, then we can move on to the next tab, which is the networking. Okay. So here the main thing is network connectivity. All right. So generally, so right, so network, so you will have access to all the networks. If you want to connect to the public access, you want to give access to the public, so definitely you need to select from here. All right, so I'm back again. So team, so we can stop here for today. So I'm getting disconnected. All right, so you will be able to hear me, team? So we discussed about the basics and advanced, right? Okay. So what we'll do in the next class, like we'll start discussing about networking, then we'll move on to production, and we'll try to create the storage account tomorrow's class. All right. So once we create the storage account, we'll discuss more on the inside the storage account, what blades we have and what each and everything we'll be discussing on that. Does that make sense, team? Hello. Okay. Is it okay? Fine, team, everyone. So 9:30 I'm starting the class. So everyone try to join uh, at 9:30. All right. And as I told you, like if you could create an account, so it would be great. So I did not heard from anyone that someone is going to create an account. So if someone has got a credit card, so they can create at least one account if you could create. So it will be easy for you. So Mahesh, Rachita, Nikhil, Farooq. I think Dan already have an account, right? You just confirmed me, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you already have
Sir,
an
one more
account.
one question I have. Sir, it is a class for Azure DevOps, yeah, Azure 104.
It is for Azure DevOps, Azure Administration and DevOps, Azure DevOps.
Means 104 and 400, you are saying.
You see, 104 will be covered. Okay, so here in this administration. Okay, so what else you are expecting? DevOps also.
DevOps means Azure DevOps 400, right, sir?
Yeah, yeah. No, that is what I'm asking. You are also. So these two things are covered here. Okay. So not okay. So most of these, if you want to go for certification, so even I can also help you to give some uh, questions which are already asked in previously. Okay. I'll share you that as well to you so that if
No,
you are
no, no,
preparing.
I'm not clear, sir, what I am asking, sir. It is One, it is 400 course. Azure 400.
Especially, see, whatever the content is there, we'll go through it, but not in everything on certification. Whatever is mentioned, it will not go with the same level. Okay. So according to the
Mm-hmm.
portion, you can see we have already shared the contents. You just go through the contents. Okay. So whatever the contents we have shared, that will be covered. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay,
So
sir.
whatever is there in the administration, so part I will be covering that. Okay. If you just have a look and get back to me so that I can help you
Okay.
out. So okay.
Okay, sir.
So what I, as far as I know, like the administration side, I'm covering most of the stuff.
Then
Okay.
after that, you will cover the DevOps, right? Azure DevOps.
Yeah. Once this is done, then I'll move on to DevOps, and we have 5 services in DevOps that I'll cover, and we'll move on to Docker and Kubernetes. All right. So that is
Oh, that is different. That is Docker and Kubernetes. That is Azure. That is different DevOps, sir.
no,
Generic
no.
DevOps you are talking, right?
Currently, companies are actually using Docker and implementing. Recently, they started with Kubernetes. Okay, so we'll just Kubernetes will not go in
No, I'm
much in
confused, sir.
depth of it.
I will talk to
Okay,
you later, sir, because I'm really confused.
Which one? No, it's a part of Docker and Kubernetes are part of DevOps only. Okay,
Okay.
Gnan. Yeah, yeah.
You will cover
So
AKS,
what I'm
right?
saying, these advanced AKS, that is what I'm saying, but not in depth. And I'm saying if AKS itself will take again one more than 1 month if I really want to cover. Okay. So what I'm saying is AKS, whatever is needed, generally that part I'll cover. That's it. Okay. So from Docker, so how we are going to use the KKS, that part I'll be covering it. Okay. How to create parts and all those things, from content, how you are going to is anyway again you're going to use Docker there. Okay. Yeah. So any other questions, team? Are we good? So what I'll do, like if I before ending last 5 minutes, I'll give you for questions, but in the middle also I will, you can, if you have any questions, you can raise, or you can ping me on chat window so that I can clear. All right. Fine then. So if you are good, then so people who has not joined in the group, WhatsApp group, please join that WhatsApp group. All right. So no questions, team.
Yeah, how can we join that WhatsApp group?
Yeah, it's in the chat window. Can you see the chat window?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just go and just click on that link. So automatically it will ask you to join. So you can immediately uh, automatically join that group. Okay. So no permissions are required. So it's a free WhatsApp group. All right.
Just a second. I'm not able to join.
If your WhatsApp is already there in your laptop, or if you want to get into other device like laptop, then you can click on that link. Automatically it will also do that. Or else you might have got some message from uh, the Sunad as well.
Yes, I have joined. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Anyone else still did not join, they can join.
So, apart from this course, any like interview skills or any you're
See,
providing?
as a part of the course, see, definitely we'll discuss about interview questions. Okay, that is a part of the course only. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So once, and even if you need, I can also have, we can have at least bi-weekly, we can have some quiz. Okay. So what are the topics we have covered? So we can discuss on those topics as well. Okay. So first, like before ending the session, so I can give you some tasks to go. So anyway, definitely this is purely a practical oriented training, right? So definitely, see, once I complete this, see, for example, we today we are about to create, but I'm just waiting. So still there are few more people who wants to join tomorrow as well. Okay. So I thought I'm just going a bit slower. Okay. So
Okay.
once we create the storage account, then I'll ask you the same thing to do from your end as well. Okay. So you should able to complete that. Okay. Sometimes I might ask you to share the screen and show where exactly you are, or if you have any issue, you can show me a screen and where what is the issue you are facing, so that I can we can resolve that. Okay, so if you have trouble in creating the storage account, where exactly you are facing issue. So if you parallelly go with me, then it will be easy for you. So that is the reason I'm asking to create a account in Azure. At least one person, see, Nan already have, but anyway we can. Okay, so that is actually he has taken a subscription. That's not a free account. So my I'm asking someone create a free account. Okay, so that at least that free account can be used by you can share that account with the two three members at least and use it. Got it? Mahesh or Farooq, Ruchita.
So
So someone
if
just
we
create,
create a free account, then we can multiple people can access that.
yeah, I'll tell you how to access. So if you are going to create, the only thing is, see, amount also will not get deducted or nothing will happen to your account. Okay, I'm there, right? So only 1 rupee get deducted when you give your credit card. That's it for the first time, and you'll have 1 month time. Already if today, so for example, you have Nikhil has created the account. All right,
Okay.
and that is valid for almost 30 days, and next month the course is not getting ended, right, in within 1 month. So we will be going it, and next also you should be practicing it, and then next Rachita would open another account, so that account can be used by you people. Okay, so likewise. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Akash. I have one more question. Like after this, any real-time scenarios in this course we are going to
See,
discuss?
whatever we are doing is all real time only. See, this
Yeah.
definitely, as
I'm
in
asking about the project's perspective. I'm asking.
see here in here, see in Azure, all this we do not have projects or something. We'll have scenarios only. Okay,
Yeah.
scenarios are nothing but project only. In real time, how it would be means they'll ask you to create infrastructure for one company. So what you will do? Definitely, you have to create a VM, you have to create a storage account. All these things you have to create from your end.
Yeah.
OS
Okay.
part
Fine.
related part, right? Okay. So this
Yeah.
is all anyway we are going to create from our end. So this is what you do in real time also. But there you will have the production environment directly with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you will not have testing environment, but you might have. Sometimes you have both. So okay. So that is the difference you will see. Okay, and instructions will be given to you. So here we are not taking uh, any document, and I'm not showing any document. Okay, you select this one, you select this one, but there will be everything will be document will be available. What subscription unit is, what plan you need to go for. All these little details will be clearly mentioned in the document. According to the document only, you go. Got it?
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
That difference, but the procedure or the site, everything would be same. There is no change.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. You can see
Thank
like I'll show you in between. I told you, no, weekly or bi-weekly we'll have some discussions on interview questions and all. So there also you can find what kind of questions they are asking, in what kind of real-time questions they are asking. You can find that, you can discuss on them as well. Got Nikhil?
you. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So that way you will know what is that covered, and what kind of scenarios you are going through and all.
So, can we talk in a personal, if you don't mind? I want to talk in a personal.
Yeah, I'm available. If you could come to institute, we can talk. All right.
Okay, sure. Sure, Akash.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm
What is the
available
time?
today. So today I'll be available at around 1 o'clock. I'll be there. 1 to 3 o'clock I'll be there. If you want to meet
Okay,
me, you can come in between 1 to 3. Okay.
sure, sure, Akash. Thank you.
All right. So bye everyone. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye then.